And so MJ, in addition to like all the business advice you give in your book, I really enjoyed this part where you share also relationship advice, and you have the 1, 2, 3 marriage strategy. So for all the entrepreneurs out there, could you explain what that rule is?
If you're thinking about getting married with someone, there's a series of tests you want to be able to go through with that partner. The 1, 2, 3 strategy outlines them. Basically, you want to spend 1 hour talking with them about the things that ultimately tear relationships apart. And that is politics, religion, fitness advice, things like that. These are the types of things that people, they diverge away from each other and they end up getting divorced. You'd be amazed at how many people get married and they don't even know the politics of their partner. They don't know their philosophy on religion. They don't know, hey, I'm vegan, or I love killing deer in the forest. I mean, they don't even know this stuff. So you want to spend an hour talking to your partner about that stuff. Um, the two is you want to, I believe, is you want to spend at least 2 days with your partner in the most horrific of conditions. For me and my partner, it was we spent 2 days in Belize in an airport that was shut down. We were shuttled to a different hotel that was infested with cockroaches. It was just a nasty experience. So you want to be put in a situation with your partner where you see each other at your worst. That way you can really, really see them as, I don't want to say as they are, but in their worst of times, how do they handle it? Are they screaming and embarrassing you, or doing something? Are they just happy-go-lucky? Well, we'll deal with it. And then the three is you want to date at least 3 years, because in 3 years you'll be able to expose these other things. You also be able to see if they were telling the truth. Oh yeah, I'm vegan, but hey, here you are eating a steak. So that way you'll be able to see, have they changed in those 3 years? Because a lot of people change. So are you changing with them in those 3 years, or have you diverged apart in those 3 years? So you do all those things, and I can guarantee you're going to have a pretty good marriage.
Yeah, and I love it how it's just so simple to remember. Like spend 1 hour discussing these topics, spend 2 days in like a bad situation, and then spend 3 years really getting to know them. And it's just like a great way to kind of like vet or see how compatible you are with someone. Because like you say, like a marriage could be like the biggest investment or biggest expense you ever make in your life. So it's very important and that you take the time.
And there's no rush. I mean, if they're as great as you think they are, they will be as great as they are 3 years from now.
All right.
There's no rush.
Is it true that your network is your net worth?
Yeah, absolutely, I would say that because who you hang out with really impacts. I mean, if you hang out with a bunch of people who just want to spend everything they earn, they're complaining about all rich people and rich people are thieves and yeah. Ultimately, that's how you're going to think. So you definitely want to surround yourself with people with larger goals, people that support and inspire you. Um, like I said, I had a friend over this weekend, and we're both business owners, making 6 figures a month and whatnot. And it's interesting when you're with someone that is in the same frame of you, and then you step out of that, and then you hear someone, you go to the softball team and you hear them complaining about how their boss cut their hours, and oh, their job sucks, and it's like, and you think to yourself, it doesn't need to be that way, but that's the script. That's what they follow. And it takes some mental fortitude to be able to say, I'm not going to live my life that way, because you don't need to. If you just step outside of that and follow the right type of, get out of the system, and instead of being in the system, you start actually serving the system.
Yeah, that's I think that's why your first book, The Millionaire Fastlane, was such a big like hit, is because it showed people like another path in life. You don't have to follow the script. There are ways that you could legally, get rich while you're young and build a successful business that like helps people, by providing great product or service. That's wonderful to hear. And I guess the second question is like, does money really buy happiness? Like, have you noticed like the more money you made in life, the happier you become, or was there like a certain limit or a certain a certain part like once you entered like this bracket, it's like kind of been the same ever since?
Money definitely can buy happiness, but yeah, there is a certain limit there. Like if I won $1 million, my happiness would not change. I'm already happy. I pinch myself every morning. I mean, I live in a huge house, beautiful view, and I have everything I need, everything I want. I have virtually no debt unless it's debt I namely instituted myself because the money was cheap or practically free. I mean, I pinch myself every morning, but it got that way because I've accumulated enough wealth to live this lifestyle. And I can write books that are, triggering to some people. It may not be viable, economically viable to the mainstream. I can do that because I'm not working for money any longer. I'm working for myself. I'm working for my own passions, which is beautiful. Is because now I can follow my passion and not have to worry about pissing people off or making, oh, I need to make the mortgage next month and I got to write something that everyone will like. I don't have to do that anymore. But all that is because I've accumulated enough wealth for that. But yes, there is a limit. Like I said, I could win $1 million and my life would absolutely change nothing. Nothing would change. So I've reached that particular threshold. And believe me, it's a lot bigger than what the media will say. I think the media says, oh, you only need to make $70,000 a year or it's some ridiculous. I'm like, get the freak out of here. That's ridiculous. Um, that's just they're just promoting a narrative that hey, you can live a mediocre life and be happy. Or the new thing today is you can own nothing and be happy. That's what they're trying to promote now. But money generates freedom. See, people who are wealthy and don't have freedom are usually miserable because they're subject to maybe they work 90 hours a week. Maybe they're lynched to a business with hundreds of employees and they haven't really found out how to get away from it. Or maybe they're in a bad relationship with somebody they married 20 years and they've diverged apart. So there's all these uncontrollable forces there in their life. But if you spend money to earn your freedom, money definitely can influence happiness.
Yeah, and that seems to be like a common like answer among people who have been like really successful in life is like it's not just like money buys you freedom, it buys you like options and you can kind of pursue and spend your time however you want. So that seems to kind of be the biggest benefit and being and like that's what actually brings you happiness and like having a lot of money is just a result of that, but not like the end goal per se.
Yeah, and that's the issue I have with the fire movement is they're telling you, oh, you can be happy with no money. Just don't eat out, or don't travel to that exotic vacation, or don't stay in that five-star hotel, or don't rent those jet skis, or don't eat that gourmet meal, or don't do this, don't do that. Okay, that's not financial freedom. Okay, that's time freedom. That's not financial freedom. So um, I promote both. I promote financial freedom and time freedom because I guarantee you, it's just like I said. I pinch myself every day, and I tell myself, you know what? I can show people how to do this, and I can show them for $10. I don't sell seminars. I don't sell coaching programs. I don't sell five-figure ticket, big ticket seminars and coaching, and all these things that people do nowadays. Hey, if what you have is so valuable, why do you need to sell it for $20,000? If you're already rich, you're already wealthy. Why do you need to sell it for $20,000? That makes no sense. So everything I sell and teach is available in a $10 book. And I'm not selling anyone else on anything else. There's nothing I can sell you after you read my book.